Hey guys, what is up? Today I'm going to be talking about Edge of Spider-Geddon, issue number 2, by Lonnie Nadler, Zach Thompson, story by Gerard Way, AJ Albuquerque, and a ton of amazing creators behind this story. First and foremost, I have to be honest, didn't read Edge of Spider-Geddon, issue number 1. I'm not the hugest Spider-Man fan in the world. Love Spider-Man, love certain parts of the history and mythos, and I do pick up certain series, but overall I'm not someone who picks up Spider-Man books on the regular. Well, I say that. Donny Cates' Venom I'm adoring and reading everything that comes out there, so I guess I like a lot of Spider-Man adjacent characters in comics, including Edge of Spider-Geddon issue number 2, going back to the Edge of Spider-Verse issue that Gerard Way and Jake Wyatt introduced the character of Spider-SP-Dr. Now, for those who don't know, for one, go up and pick up that issue if you haven't read it yet. The world that Gerard Way and Jake Wyatt kind of introduced and that is explored in this issue is one of, if not, no, I would say my favorite version of a Spider character out of all the different universes we have now. Out of the Spider-Verse characters, my favorite by far is Spider. This character, kind of an anime Akira meets Evangelion influenced version of Spider-Man. Instead of having Peter Parker, you have Penny Parker, who kind of more so pilots Spider and has a team of her aunt and uncle leading her into these weird anime-influenced battles. If any of that sounds of interest to you, go ahead and pick it up. But the most important thing for me personally is Edge of Spider-Verse, the issue that introduced her in this world. One of my all-time favorite single issues. My favorite Spider-Man issue ever. The character has some of my favorite quotes in it. My pinned tweet on Twitter is still a quote from that issue. So I had a lot of anticipation for this and a lot of internal hype built over this. And I will have to say that this fucking blew it out of the water. Nadler and Thompson have done incredible work on Cable and a lot of independent series they've been working on over the past few years. Both of them have become writers that I quickly have gone from people I wasn't that aware of to any time their name's on a book or associated with the project, I'm picking it up. And this is just further proof that they are just writing every character I love and doing amazing stories with it. This issue takes the world that Wyatt created, and really opens it up. We see a lot more of the villains of Spider-Man, but in this universe. Of course, this issue, minor spoilers, this universe's version of Venom pops up, which is a very unique and awesome take. Again, it reminded me a ton of something that Evangelion would handle. I keep saying that because a lot of the designs and a lot of the ideas I feel like are similar, not in a rip-off way, but in a clearly influenced but taken in their own direction type of way. There's also some other villains I won't spoil that pop up here in this issue. Again, it's inspiring, it's beautiful. It is the best version of Spider-Man in my opinion. And again, that's from a very weird, arty dude that prefers weird, artsy versions of characters over everything else. But if you're on my channel and have watched all my Young Animal reviews and all of my Black Crown reviews and all that kind of stuff, you're pretty aware of that by now. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend this. Of course, if you're reading Spider-Geddon, it's another part of the series that you probably will pick up just for tie-ins. But if you're not a reader of Spider-Geddon, if you're not a typical reader of Spider-Man, if you weren't going to pick it up, pick it up. This is very standalone-ish. It has a bit of a to-be-continued at the end, which leads into Spider-Geddon and stuff, which is fine. But you don't have to read before this to really understand what's going on here. I would highly recommend picking up the Gerard Way Spider-Verse issue, Edge of Spider-Verse issue, before this, just because you get a better sense of the character and the world of this character, but it's also not necessary, not 100%. I think this stands alone very well and is one of the best single issues I've read this year, and this has been a year filled with incredible single issues. So yeah, if you're excited for the new Spider-Man game coming out, the movie, the Venom movie, in the Spider-Verse, any of that kind of stuff, this is something I highly recommend. It's a different take on Spider-Man and a very unique take on the Spider-Man mythos. I can't recommend enough. Let me know what you guys think of it below. Let me know what your favorite version of Spider-Man is. Thank you so much for watching this. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in another review very shortly.